ready to get started? We're 2 minutes late. That's pretty good for real estate, right? We're doing good. All right. Good morning.
Good morning.
Let's try that one more time. It wasn't a very long drive for me, but let's have a little bit of energy, have a little bit of fun today. We only have 1 hour together, so let's try that again. Good morning.
Good morning.
So much better. My name is Justin. I'm a corporate trainer and national speaker for Tony Robbins. By show of hands, who knows who Tony Robbins is? Who does not know who Tony Robbins is? Who's not going to raise their hand no matter what I say today? Sarah, did you raise your hand?
No.
I appreciate the honesty. For those of you who know who Tony Robbins is, what is the first thing that comes to mind?
Money.
Smile, money, motivation. Tall, he's 6'8", he's a big man. Every time I see him, he hugs me and kisses me on the forehead, which is very odd. But the number one answer across the country is motivational speaker. You go see this man live, you'll understand that he is not a motivational speaker. There are thousands of motivational speakers out there. They are amazing at what they do. They serve a tremendous purpose. But Tony Robbins is serious strategy. He trains people like Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, Oprah Winfrey, Richard Branson, the past 5 American presidents, Michael Jordan, Serena Williams, Michael Phelps, Tom Brady, LeBron James. The list goes on and on and on of who this man trains. And would you agree with me that these people that I just named, the last thing that they need is motivation? Would you agree with me?
Yes.
They're already fully connected to their purpose. And they're performing at a higher level than anybody on this planet is performing at. They do not have an equal in their industry or profession. And without exception, they all have a coach. So why do they have a coach, and why maybe from time to time do we need a coach? Let me hear some answers, please. Motivation, accountability, focus. What else? Put us back on track, direction. I agree. But what is the real reason anybody would hire anybody to do anything? To achieve a goal, to get a result, to make money. Would you agree with that? People do not pay Tony Robbins the astronomical amount of money. They pay him because he says clever things. The only reason they pay him is because he gets a result. And whether you agree with this or not, this is based on 40 years of crazy, intense research. What we're all looking for, the result that we're all looking for, is growth, progress, and improvement. And I know that may sound like self-help bullshit, but it's what we all crave. As soon as we get good at something, become an expert at something, and try and repeat it for success, we lose all passion for who we are and what we do. Now, does everybody in this room, and I know we have a very limited amount of time today, but does everybody in this room in some small way or some huge way want to take their life or their business to the next level? So if I can provide 3 strategies on how to do that today, is this going to be worth your time? I promise you 100% that I'm going to deliver. So I'm just going to ask you for the smallest favor in return. I'm going to ask you for 60 minutes of your life to be fully present with me. Are we all willing to do this? It is the most powerful skill that any human being can possess, and we don't even know what the hell it is. We're a society of people getting through things, getting stuff done, and getting to the next thing. And we're missing our greatest power, which is to be present with people. And by the way, this is what your clients crave also. They don't care what you know about real estate. When you start talking about real estate, something inside of them shuts down. They care about how you make them feel. And we don't make people feel amazing with fake smiles, saying things that they want to hear. We make people feel amazing by being who we are supposed to be and being present with people. Are we all willing to do this? Yeah. Excellent. Tony Robbins is the world leader on negotiation, leadership, and peak performance. And he's not massively successful because of how smart he is. He doesn't have a higher education. He simply has been practicing something that all masters practice. And he's been doing it since he was 17 years old. He models the behavior of the absolute best in the world. It's not sexy, it's not interesting, it's not even that creative. But he is not going to spend 5 minutes of his time trying to figure out something that has already been mastered. At 17 years old, he started modeling the behavior of a man named Jim Rohn. No one was better than Jim Rohn. He'd been doing it 30, 40 years. And about 20, 21 years old, Tony Robbins was more successful than Jim Rohn. Because what he wasn't going to do was work hard and try and make money. And whatever we want to do in this life, mentally, physically, spiritually, and financially, it has already been mastered. And if we model the behavior of the absolute best in the world, we get the same result. But we cut out years of experience, years of education. Are you with me? This is why Bill Gates, Oprah Winfrey, LeBron James, Princess Diana, Mother Teresa, Nelson Mandela all got trained by Tony Robbins. Because they all spent their entire life dedicated to their passion and their purpose. And they didn't have 40 years to dedicate to human potential. So they just went to Tony Robbins. Does this make sense?
Mother Teresa?
Yeah. Yeah, they coached each other. It's not that he just coached her, but they coached each other. It's pretty cool. Yeah. And I'll get into that at the end, not about Mother Teresa, but there's a reason she went to Tony. And whether we know it or not, our lives were shaped when we were children by the power of our role models and, more importantly, the power of our questions. And I don't have time to get into Tony's childhood. Let's just call it terrible. He looked at his mother, who's talented, educated, and beautiful, capable of doing whatever she wants to do, and she could do nothing. She couldn't take care of herself, and she couldn't feed her children. And instead of asking a weak question that could have destroyed his life, like, why me? Why do other people have more than me? How am I going to get through this? He simply formed a very powerful question that shaped his life and his career. All today is about is this question. If you want to look at this market and real estate as a whole, we can ask this question. If you want to look at humanity as a whole, let's just simply ask this question. He looked at his mother, who's capable of doing whatever she wants to do, and she could do nothing. And this question popped into his head. What is the difference that makes the difference? She's capable, but she won't. Why are some people successful and some people are not? Why are some people happy and some people are not? Why are some people healthy and some people are not? Why right now in this market people are making a lot of money and some people are not? From all backgrounds, races, countries, trauma, no trauma, beautiful childhood, horrible childhood, educated, not educated. There are massively successful people on this planet that are living massively fulfilled lives that can't even read. So we can't say it's a business education. What makes people successful? And this is a question that he asked to everyone, and I just want you to take this one little thing. Tony Robbins does not tell people how to be successful. He's curious about success. Whenever we become curious about something, how did you do it? Why did you do it? Could we do it faster? How could I make more money? You know what? What do I absolutely love about real estate, and what is making me money? And how much of my day is just spent supporting all of that stuff? Could I get better at this? Could I streamline it? Could I organize it? When we become curious about health, love, real estate, we become massively successful. And this is a question that he asks to every single person that he serves. And I want to ask you the same question. What ultimately determines our success? In real estate, love, relationships, and health. I don't care how you define success. What determines our success? Ourselves, thank you. What else? Clarity, thank you. We're going to talk about that today. Where did that come from? Thank you. We're going to talk about that today. What else? Yeah, our why? Yeah. What's that? Personality, absolutely. What else? What determines anyone's success in life? Drive, commitment. What else? Happiness. Discipline. Thank you. How do you feel? Your attitude? Does your attitude affect every single person in this room? Does my attitude affect every single person in this room? Do we all have people in our lives that we absolutely love? They call and text. We call and text right back because we love these people. Do we have clients and customers that are extraordinary people? Even when something goes wrong, we have no problem picking up the phone immediately because we know they're going to handle it in the correct way. Do we have the opposite of this? Have we been both of these people? Somebody calls us that wants to list their house, somebody that's about to make us money. We're the most beautiful person on the planet. Would you agree with that? Somebody calls us that disrespected us, dishonest with us, somebody that might cost us money. Do we treat that person a little bit differently? Yes? Yep. We think we're showing that person that they're wrong, but we're giving that person control over our emotional state. And success is not a result. It's not a closing. Success is a feeling. It's an emotion. It's a frequency. It's an attitude. And if we're giving people power over that attitude and energy, then we're letting them have power over how successful we are. Our attitude is a muscle. If we do not train it every single day of our lives, we don't get to have it. Would you agree that these were all correct answers about success? I would too, and I'm just going to share with you something a little bit simpler. And what I'm about to share with you determines everything about our lives, our love and passion at home, our health status right now, and how much money we have in our bank account. It is our patterns. Who can tell me what a pattern is? Something you do all the time. What's another name for that? Habit. By show of hands, who in here has some good habits? Who brushed their teeth this morning? Come on, guys. How many of us have some bad habits? Bottom line, the things that we repeat every day of our lives determines everything about our lives. It's not our education. It's not the market. It's what we decide to do today. If you want to take any part of your business to the next level, all you have to do is this. Is what I'm doing today building my business? Or am I taking care of things, getting things done, and knocking things off my to-do list? Because if we continue to get things done and work hard, we know exactly where we're going to be in 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, the exact same place. No one ever built a business by getting things done. They did it by training themselves, improving their business. One phone call, invest your time, invest your money. Do one small thing today that's going to improve your business. Are you with me? And I want to give you a quick example. We need to wake up a little bit. Everyone, please stand up for me. Really quick, you guys. All right, everybody take a deep breath in. Let it out. Shake it out a little bit. Good. Hands 6 inches apart, please. I always like to see the difference between a man 6 inches and a woman 6 inches. When I say 1, 2, 3, and go, we're going to clap. It's that simple. Are you ready? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3. Still going. I didn't say go. Why did you continue to clap even after I stopped? You too. How quickly do we learn patterns and habits? This is my only question to you. I don't know what you do, okay? You're experts at what you do. But this is my question to you. What if the patterns that we are running every single day of our lives are not producing the results that we're capable of producing? What should we do? Absolutely. And I'm talking about emotional patterns, body language patterns, what we listen to, who we surround ourselves with. I'm not talking about phone calls and marketing. I'm talking about who we are. Who are we before we pick up a phone? Who are we before we walk into a room? How did we prepare ourselves for this meeting today, or did we just walk into it? Are you with me? Yes. And this is how today's going to go. Hands apart, please. When I say go, we're going to clasp our hands together, intermingling our fingers. Go. Excellent. Who has their left thumb over the right thumb? Left thumb over the right thumb. Please raise your hand like this. This is good. This means you are creative. You're incredibly sexy, and you're going to be an amazing lover for the rest of your life. That's actually all I have for you today. No, who has their right thumb over their left thumb? This means you are most likely the logical thinkers of the group, and if anybody's going to be a multimillionaire, it's going to be you. Way bigger reaction for the sex than for the money. Don't worry, there's no research to back any of that up. Okay, hands apart, please. When I say go, we're going to clasp our hands together, intermingling our fingers, but we are going to switch fingers and thumbs. If your left is over your right, now your right's going to be over your left. Go! Wow, that was painful to watch. I don't know what was going on there. How does it feel? Because I broke your what? That's it. If I would have asked you to do this 1,000 times in a row, you would have done it the exact same way 1,000 times in a row. And I know it's very simple, but that's how our brain works. We cannot break a pattern that we are not aware of. And we think success is more phone calls, more marketing. It's not. It's changing internal patterns. Are you with me? Yes. Would you agree with me that sometimes when we have to make changes, break some patterns, make some changes in our business, our finances that are going to improve our lives, that usually there's a little bit of pain associated with these changes? This is why people don't do it. It's because it's painful. But you all told me 5 minutes ago that you wanted to take your lives to the next level. Is that still true? Yes. So do I have your permission today to push you a little outside of your comfort zone and ask you some questions that you've probably never been asked before? Yes. Excellent. Go ahead and take a seat and let's get this going. Now, there's a reason Harvard, Yale, and Princeton all have classes dedicated to Tony Robbins. It's because he tapped into something beautiful that we love. He realized at a very young age that whatever we want to do, it's already been figured out. So let's just do it now. That is a beautiful thing. Go get educated. Get your doctorate degree. Do whatever you want to do. But if you want to be successful, we can just do it now. You want to be healthy? Great. Let's just do it now. It's already been figured out. So why the hell don't we just do it now? And the only reason I bring this up is because everything I'm going to share with you is so simple, it's ridiculous. Because success is simplicity. Complexity kills success. Our brain, our heart, our soul loves now. It loves simple. It loves focus. It loves clarity. What it hates is complicated in the future. It doesn't relate to work hard for 6 months and maybe you'll make more money. Let's just make more money today. Are you with me? And there are 3 major pillars to whatever you want to do in your business. It's this, SAM, S-A-M. S stands for strategy. Who can tell me what a strategy is? A plan. Now, the only way today works is if we're 100% honest with ourselves. We got a good vibe. It seems like we're friendly in here. So let's just be honest today. Are we all willing to do this? By show of hands, how many of us have an actual business plan that we look at on a fairly regular basis? Go ahead and look around the room. We got 1, and you got yours about halfway up, so we'll do 1.5. I used to ask this question, and every single person in the room would raise their hand. Obviously, I knew everyone was lying to me. So now I just said, you know what? Let's just have some fun today. Let's be honest. And now it's usually 2 to 3 people in the room raise their hand, even if I'm speaking to 1,000 people. If we don't know where we're going, we have no chance of getting there. The reason people don't live the lives that they deserve to live, it's not because they're not capable. It's because they don't even know where they're going. Our brain does not know what to do with, I would like to make more money and have more closings. Of course I want to be healthier. Your brain has no idea what to do with that. If having thoughts of more money and more health worked, every single person on this planet would be massively successful. It has no chance. And this is why people make the same amount of money their entire lives, even when they switch careers. Especially in real estate, it's been well documented. All real estate agents make the same amount of money their entire careers. They have some ups and some downs, but if you do the average, they make the same money. Have we ever done this? Went and saw a top producer, went to a seminar, watched a YouTube video, read a book, and we're like, oh my God, this is like the best information I've ever heard, and you get all inspired and motivated. You've ever done this? And we're making our business plan. We're like, starting tomorrow, maybe even for your health, I'm going to start doing this. I'm going to eat right. I'm going to start working out. I'm going to start doing this for my business. I'm going to make this many phone calls. Have we ever done this? Yes. We're all inspired. We're motivated. Then we're alone. We're looking at that list, and we're like, you know what? I really don't want to do any of this shit. Have we ever done this? Guess what? If we write a business plan with a bunch of stuff that we don't want to do, guess what's going to happen? We're not going to do it. We make a plan that we're not even interested in. It doesn't even invoke emotion. It's a bunch of phone calls and marketing, and it doesn't inspire us. Our brain hates complicated. It hates messy. It hates the future. What it loves is simple, now, emotional. A plan is a direction. What do I want to do this month, this year? What's something fun that I can accomplish? You know what? I'm not even going to worry about the how, but let me define it because nobody else on this planet is willing to write it down. We're committed to making more money and working hard and having beautiful lives, but we're not committed to taking 5 seconds to write it down. Are you with me? Just one idea, one word. I have my word everywhere. It's all around me. My girlfriend texts me my word throughout the day. I vibrate with it. I don't do complicated. I do simple. I do now. And guess what? Tomorrow I can change the damn word. But my brain loves simplicity. It loves focus. It actually changes you at a cellular level. It changes the composition of your body. It's science when we have a direction. Give yourself a direction. That's what Tony does. Let's just define success. Let's define fulfillment. Let's define love. And let's go get it no matter what. Are you with me? That is strategy. A in SAM is activities. Now see if you can relate to this in some way. Phone calls, emails, problems, challenges. Phone calls, emails, problems, challenges. Can we relate to this in some way? Yeah. And by the way, that's not just for real estate. It's for everyone. My only point is this, is next thing, next thing, next thing. The day ends, and what are we going to do tomorrow? It's a pattern habitual that keeps us where we're at for the rest of our lives. We are professional people getting things done, and we end up nowhere. Are you with me? It's that simple. Am I in a similar situation that I was in a month ago? Am I a lot better financially than I was 6 months ago? Usually the answer is no, because we're doing the same things. And that's why we lose passion and drive. It's because we're not getting that better result, that more money, that result of this. Let's make more money than we've ever made our entire life. Let's do it in less time, and let's have more fun. Do you see that's a result? That's a result that inspires us, not another closing.
One activity every single day that's
Improve your life. One activity every day that's going to build your business. Workout, meditation, practice gratitude. Business, make a phone call. Seek out a mentor or coach inside or outside of your business. Understanding that emotional state is the most important thing you could ever master in your entire life, and it's sitting there waiting for us all. Invest your time. Pro athletes spend 80% of their time training, 20% of their time performing. We spend 100% of our time performing, and we wonder why we don't get better. You don't get better by performing, you get better by training. And there is a huge difference between learning about success. Every single person in real estate knows how to be successful in real estate. But there is a huge difference between knowing about success and training yourself for success. It's like the difference between reading about working out and actually working out. Are you with me? Invest your money. We have no chance of building a business if we do not invest our money in who we are. Zero chance. It cannot happen. It's impossible. And it's not even for the training that you're going to get. It's simply this. If we are not willing to invest in ourselves financially, why should we expect other people to? You start investing yourself financially, you get different customers starting now. And it's not about the training. It's you being willing to say, yes, I'm making a decision. I'm investing in who I am. And that changes you. Some people are willing to make that decision and some people are not. If we're all honest with ourselves, does every single person in this room know, just in one small way, one or two things, if they did a little bit more of just one or two things, they might make a little bit more money than they're making now? Could we practice better follow-up? Could we ask for more referrals? Could we do a little bit more marketing? Could we wake up 15 minutes earlier, get a little bit more organized? Are you with me? You do not need Tony Robbins to tell you how to make more money. You already know. So why, if every single salesperson on this planet already knows one or two things they should be doing more of, why aren't we all playing at the level that we're capable of playing at? Bad habits, thank you. What else? Lazy. By show of hands, who in here is lazy from time to time? Some of you are too damn lazy to raise your hand. Seriously, like it went up and like, enough people are raising their hand. He gets the point. We're all lazy. What else? Discouragement, absolutely. Distraction, especially in the business that you have chosen. It comes down to this. It is the M in SAM. It is the most important part. It is our mindset. What sets people apart in this world, in this profession, is our psychological strength. Would you agree with me that in every market, in every economy, somebody is making the money? Would you agree with me that in every market, in every economy, somebody is struggling? This has been proven all around the world, and I've spoke all around the world, so I've seen it firsthand. We take a top producer in this market, we put them in any market in the world, they are going to be a top producer. We take somebody that's struggling in this market, we put them in any market in the world, they are going to struggle. Their mind is focused on different things. We don't need to understand the human brain to understand what mindset training is. If we are focused on the wrong thing, we are going to get the wrong result. Are you with me? Our mind is the most powerful tool that was ever given to us, and we have no idea how to use it. It's not taught in any schools, 0 colleges. We learn the mechanics of life and the mechanics of business. And 20% of our success is the mechanics, 80% of it is psychological, and this whole world spends 100% of the time on the mechanics. Our mind is simply this: decide, make a decision. And if you make that decision, your mind will figure out how to get there no matter what. How we have been taught and shown to use our mind, we did not have a choice in this, it was given to us. We have a vague idea of what success is, and then we let our mind figure out ways that we can't have it. I just don't have the time, I just don't have the money. It's the market. It's the family. I have too much going on right now. I will, but. Are you with me? Whether you choose Tony Robbins or not, know that there are a few people on this planet that have mastered mindset training. Seek these people out. It is the most beautiful thing that any of us can do in our life. I happen to love Tony Robbins because he is crazy, he's dirty, he's visceral, he's fun. He's just, let's just do it now. Whatever we have to do, let's make the decision and do it right now. It's a beautiful thing. Whatever you want to accomplish in this life, strategy, make it fun, make it simple, make it now, have it invoke emotion. Back it up with 1 or 2 activities every day, not 10 things you don't want to do. 1 activity that you're willing to commit to. And then make a small commitment to train your mind every single day of your life. Are you with me? Yes. Now, I want to ask you a fun question. It's a powerful question. And again, I would ask that we all give a 100% honest answer. And please do not give a socially acceptable answer. Are we all willing to do this? Am I scaring anybody? I want to know on a scale from 1 to 10. 10 is the highest. Your best self, your full potential. Everything that you're capable of, not compared to anybody else on this planet. And only you know what you're capable of. Not even the people that love you the most on this planet know what you're capable of. And if you're a 10, you're performing at one of the highest levels that you know in your heart you're capable of performing at. And there's very little room for improvement. If you're a little bit lower number, all that means is you need to be more organized. You need to delegate. You want to make more money. You want to have more fun. You want a higher quality of life. You want to work out more, get better care of yourself. I don't care. There's nothing wrong with any number on this scale. But I want you to get your head out of the way, and I don't want you to give an answer that sounds good to everybody else in this room. Go with your heart and your gut. What level are you performing at right now? And we're going to do this very quickly. Thank you. 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 On average, I'm not even going to write it up there. We'll do it in a minute. We're a 5. Let's do it right here. There's a big red 5 right here. What does that number represent? We are performing at a 5. Average. What else does it mean? Halfway there. There's room for improvement. The only answer we're looking for is that there's room for improvement. We cannot perform at a higher level unless we know the level we're performing at. This whole world is phone calls, emails, problems, traffic, family. We're walking into rooms and the whole world shows up at a 4, 5, or 6. It's because it's normal, it's acceptable. You can see it in their shoulders, their eye contact, their voice, how they walk, how they answer phone calls, what they listen to in the car, how they dress, their thoughts about money, their attitude. The whole entire planet shows up at a 4, 5, or 6. That's why there's a few people at the bottom, everyone's in the middle, and there's a few people at the top. The few people at top are not smarter and they do not work harder. They show up at a higher level. Would you agree that we are all capable of more? Is there a higher level in all of us? Have there actually been times in our career where we've accessed this higher level? Felt like we were on fire. How does that feel? It feels amazing. So not only are we making more money, but we get to feel good. And this is why people do business with us. We crave it more than anything on this planet, people that love what they do. Not people that make money, people that love what they do. Not people that are experts, people that love what they do. This is why a first week agent can have 5 deals this month. Are you with me? We love it. People that show up at a higher level. Let's go to this higher level. Let's go to the day where we get the commission check, the real commission check. I'm not talking about the commission check where you look down at it and you're like, was that even worth it? I'm talking about, we've done that, right? I'm talking about the real one where we deposit it, it's in the bank, we take a deep breath, and we're like, oh my God. And the check is in the bank. We're feeling amazing. We're going to pay something off. We got a little extra cash. We take a deep breath. We're feeling relief on that day. On that day, how do we answer the phone? Yeah, we don't even care who it is, right? We could be stuck in traffic singing along to a song we don't even like. Are you with me? Yeah. That's success because we let the result bring out the success in us. And what we need to understand is the energy, the vibration, that's actual success, to feel that way constantly. Are you with me? Yes. That's success, and that's what people appreciate. My mom's been in real estate for 39 years. For the last 8 years, she met somebody in line somewhere. She's not even in commercial real estate, that has done one commercial real estate deal with her every year for 8 years, and her commission on that is $80,000 to $120,000 a year. She met somebody in line. She didn't take a real estate class. She didn't learn about sales. She was being the person that she was supposed to be. That's what real success is in real estate. And by the way, that's fun success. Would you agree with that? We train our emotional state. People don't understand what Tony Robbins is. He is serious emotional state training. Let's understand that we have way more power over how we feel than we could possibly imagine. And it's not about a commission check. It's about training this. Are you with me? So whether you wrote down a 1 or a 10, is everybody in this room capable of showing up at a higher level? So why don't we? There's always a gap from where we are and where we want to be. That could be time, that could be money, that could be energy, that could be quality of life, that could be working out more, stronger relationships, stronger health, more energy. We're all capable of more. So that means that any time in our life we could have made that leap. What holds us back from having more fun, making more money, closing more deals, working out? What holds our clients back from making decisions?
So let's just go right now. I want you to take 5 seconds, take 10 seconds. Write a few of them down, actually. There's a section on your paper that says what's holding you back. If you don't have the paper, just write them down. I want you to write down 1 big one, 5 small ones, anything that comes to your mind. What holds you back on a daily basis? Maybe it's something big that's held you back your whole life, emotionally, or about the market, or whatever. Just anything you feel like holds you back from making more money, closing more deals, having more fun, being healthier, being stronger, going on a vacation. What holds us back? All right. Again, everyone, please participate and please share. What we're going to do, and we don't need to understand the psychology behind this, but please do it with me. Every time somebody says something, we're going to point right here, and we're going to see it in red letters. Are we all willing to do that? Yes. All right, so here we go. What holds us back?
not deserving it, feeling that I don't deserve the highest level of success.
Yeah, unworthiness. Yeah. Human beings deal with two issues. It's not money, it's not success, it's not how hard we work. There are two issues that all human beings deal with. We are afraid we're not going to be loved, and we don't feel like we're worthy. At the core, this is what all problems lead to. If you go deep enough, deep enough, deep enough, deep enough, that is what all human issues deal with. What else holds us back?
What we surround ourselves with and complexity of things.
Complexity of things and what we surround ourselves with and who we surround ourselves with, right? Perfect, thank you. What else?
Expectations.
Expectations. Too high or too low, right?
Emotional strength.
Yeah, emotional strength, thank you.
Doubt.
Hell yeah, doubt. What else?
Fear.
Fear. Who said that? He said it even kind of in a scary voice. I appreciate it. Like came from nowhere. I was like, fear. What else?
Failure.
Failure, yes.
Mindset.
Mindset. Don't use my words.
I like your words so much.
Thank you. What else?
Law school.
Law school. There you go. I love it. Yeah. Other commitments, priorities, right? What else? Keep going, guys. What holds us back?
Money.
Money, yes. Procrastination. You want to kill success? Think about success. I talk to business owners, my good friends. He's one of the biggest companies in the United States. I'll be talking to him a minute into the conversation. He emails over his credit card information. He's not going to say, let me think about it. That would be ridiculous. The last thing he's going to do is check his schedule because he already knows he has something. His schedule is never going to be free. That would be impossible. There is no way he would ever make a decision based on his schedule in the future because that decision's already been made for him. No way in hell he's going. Are you with me? We don't know how to make decisions.
We'll get into that in a second. What else holds us back?
Responsibility to others.
Yes, absolutely. Responsibility to others. Distractions.
People.
Yeah, just people. I love it. What else?
Time.
Yeah. Who won? Who won? What else? Yeah, absolutely. We have a lot of good ones. Fear, doubt, money, time, consistent, self-worth, doubt. Good list? You got all top 10 answers across the country. Give yourself a hand. That was beautiful. Now, we got a big red mess right here. Now, why is this list exactly the same no matter who I speak to? And I'm in a unique situation. I speak to professional people like you. I speak to CEOs. I speak to teenagers in prison on a weekly basis. So why do you, the CEO, and the teenager in prison give me the exact same list?
Everyone has the same issues.
Yeah, and we've learned it our whole life. You know what? We just don't have time. We can't afford it. It's the market. It's the economy. People can't qualify. I'm just not good enough. I have too much stuff going on with my family. And then we've agreed on the best ones. And they've been ingrained in you since birth. Oh, these are why people can't do things. I understand now. Oh, yes, it is the time. It is the family. Are you with me? Yeah. And we're not dismissing these things. We are not positive thinkers. We know these things are real. But these things aren't really what's holding us back. They're real, but it's not what's holding us back. What holds us back 100% of the time is emotional blocks and internal conflicts. We don't need to take a psych class to understand what this is. If we want more time, more money, more fun, more energy, and we don't have it, it's because of an emotional block or an internal conflict. And let me just give you the biggest conflict that holds the majority of the United States back from making more money, especially in real estate. You did not choose this, it was given to you. And no matter how hard you fight it, it's ingrained in you. We have associated more time and harder work with more money. Realistically, do we have more time? We can make more time, we can become more organized, but we still want a life, we still want a family, we still want to have fun, we still want to work out. Is that correct? And we're already working hard. Would you agree with that? So if we really don't want to work harder and we still want to have a personal life and we believe it takes more time and harder work to make more money, guess what? We have no chance of making more money. It's a chalkboard inside of us that grinds. And I know that's real, like I know that's aggressive, but it is real. It tears us apart. I want more money, I want more clothing, but. And as soon as we are pulled in two different directions, guess where we stay? We stay right where we're at, and our mind loves it. Oh, good, I can stay right here. Whew. Of course I'll be successful in the future, but I can stay here now. I know I should, but good. I'll just keep working hard right here. Are you with me? Number one answer across the country that has everything to do with everything on that list is fear. And what are we afraid of? Everything. I love it. Every time I do this, somebody says everything, and it's always a woman because a man is too afraid to say it. But somebody says everything, and people laugh, but then they nod. Do we ever feel that way sometimes? What else are we afraid of? Failure. If we're afraid of failure, what else are we afraid of? Decisions. Success. We are strong believers that we are more afraid of success than we are of failure. Let me put it this way. Do most people in the United States, most, in some small way, already know how to be a healthier version of themselves? Yeah, it's not easy, but most of us know we should go for a walk and eat a little bit better. Was that safe to say? And we know in our heart, our soul, and this has been backed up, that if we improve our health, our energy, and our vitality, our self-image will be better, we'll make more money, our relationships will be stronger, everything about our quality of life will shoot through the roof. But we have reasons why we can't do it today. I have too many phone calls. I didn't get enough sleep. Too much is going on with my family. I'm not motivated. The one thing that is going to improve our lives, without a doubt, we have a list of reasons why we can't do it today. We're going to do it, but just not today. Are you with me? And if we're afraid of success and we're afraid of failure, where does that leave us? No, not necessarily. It leaves us at a 5. And it just leaves us in our comfort zone. And I don't have time to get into this today. But the only reason I do this job, and I'm committed to this job, I've been doing it 2 years, I'm going to do it for 1 more year, is this. I destroyed my life in every possible way that you can imagine. And I became curious. Like, why the hell would I do that? I'm capable, I'm talented, so why would I destroy everything? So I became obsessed with people. Why do people do what they do? And I will tell you this without a doubt, human beings would rather die than get out of their comfort zone. We choose death out of getting out of our comfort zone. What's a good name for all this stuff? The fear, the doubt, the family, the commitment, the distractions, the time, the money. What's a good name? I like it. We have a very scientific name. We call it BS. And what does that stand for? Belief system. I've already swore like 10 times today, so you're all good. The definition of a belief is a feeling of absolute certainty. It is a feeling of absolute certainty that you and I have about something. Does everyone in this room have a different belief about what is going on right now? Yes. Based on your mood? Based on if you like me? Based on if you know who Tony Robbins is? A lot goes in this. It helps that I'm okay at my job, so I'm giving you a good shot. But this has nothing to do with me. This room has zero to do with me. And it has everything to do with you. You're deciding what's happening in this room. I had an amazing experience the other night. There was about 300 people in the room. A lady came up to me after and said, "Justin, something you said to me resonated so deeply that I'm absolutely changing my life today." In that same room, there was a guy rolling his eyes at me. He did it for 60 minutes straight. I was impressed by this man. Did they have 2 different experiences in that room? And did I change? It was the same room, and they saw it completely differently, based on their beliefs and based on their experiences. Had nothing to do with me. And if our beliefs about a room, money, health, if they're not serving us, change them. You didn't choose your beliefs anyways. They were given to you. But it's a decision that we all have to make, but people don't even know it's a decision. They think they need to work hard, get educated, make money. No, you need to change your beliefs. You want to make more money than you've ever made in your entire life? Change your belief about money. Are you with me? This lady had an amazing experience, lifted up everyone around her, and helped me to have an amazing experience. This man hurt everyone in the room, hurt me, and he definitely hurt himself. Our beliefs will lift up everyone around us, and they can also destroy everyone around us also. Are you with me? This lady thought that she had an amazing experience because of me. She did not. This man thought that he was judging me based on what I was saying. He wasn't. They decided before they entered the room what their experience was going to be. This is the biggest misconception about success on this planet. We think that success is what happens in a room or on a phone call or if a closing comes through. It's not. It's who we are before we pick up the damn phone and before we walk into the room. And if we're not training ourselves mentally, physically, and spiritually before we enter, and by the way, it takes 5 seconds once you get good at it. Change the way you move, change the way you focus on. Can I give more? Can I be more? Can I love more? Yes, you can. And that's what success is. And always understanding the only thing you have control over is yourself. So if you're saying, oh, that's why, that becomes a very slippery slope because we can't control that, and that. Are you with me? It's always this. And by the way, when we train ourselves mentally, physically, and spiritually, we've already won because we get to feel good. Are you with me? Yes. That's what real estate is. Let's have fun. It's our lives. It's our careers. It's our money. Let's feel good. There are two kinds of beliefs in this world that determine everything about our lives. The first one is limiting belief. This is not a trick question. What does a limiting belief do? Thank you. Who said it? That was amazing. Thank you for that answer. It limits you. Now, there are big ones like fear, confidence, doubt, but those aren't the ones that kill us. The ones that kill us are these. Let me think about it. I'll do it later. I don't have time. I don't know if I have the money. The reason these ones kill us is because they're so small that we're not afraid of them. And what it does is it tricks us into saying, of course we're going to do it, but I can't because of the time and the money and the energy. Once I have this handled, I will. And then we go, oh, good, so I'll do it in the future. I can relax and keep working hard today. Are you with me? Have we ever done this? Tomorrow morning, I'm going to wake up at 5 a.m. and go to the gym. And what happens at 5 a.m.? Yeah! You didn't push snooze this morning. Didn't you just come from the gym? We wake up and we say, I didn't get sleep. I'm overwhelmed. It's dark. It's cold. I have too much to do today. And we think that's why we're pushing snooze. But the real reason we're pushing snooze is this. We have a limiting belief that the gym will be waiting for us in the future. And so we negotiate. We say, you know what I'll do? I'll eat really good today. I'll get off work early and I'll go to the gym. And we go, good, I have that problem solved. Now I can go back to sleep. It's the same with our job. You know what? I have too many phone calls. I have too much to do. Too much is going on in my family. Of course I should train myself. Of course I should do something to improve my life, but I can't today. And here's the reason why I can't today. And then we choose from the list the best ones that everybody in our life will agree with and say, yep, I understand. Are you with me? Limiting beliefs are dream killers. And we didn't even choose our limiting beliefs. They were given to us and they're shared by everyone. It is a decision that we all come to in our life. Are these beliefs serving me or hurting me? And if they're hurting you, change them. You have that power. The beautiful one, and if you take one thing from me today, just go ahead and take this. And this is why Mother Teresa, Nelson Mandela, Princess Diana works with Tony Robbins. This is why Conor McGregor, one of the best fighters on the planet right now, works with Tony Robbins. Is because Tony understands something. There are 1,000 different ways to be successful. There's 1,000 different ways to be healthy. People fight. No, this is the right way. No, they're all right. Guess what? If it works, it works. Would you agree with that? Yeah. Every top producer in this market does it in a different way. Would you agree with that? Yeah. So there's not like this exact formula, But we all need to possess one thing. And by the way, you do, or you would not be in this room. There are another 100 people to this that were invited that are not in this room. You decided to come here for some reason. So it's in you. But the key is to train it, to become aware of it, to know it, to define it for the rest of your life, to mold it, to strengthen it, to make it unshakable. It is empowering beliefs. An empowering belief pushes you forward. But more importantly, it pulls you forward. You're in the right room, the money shows up, the phone rings, the referral comes through, you have more fun, you make more money. The entire world, God, universe, money, friends, family, clients, and customers support people that know what they believe about their lives. Most people believe this: I would like to make more money. Who gives a shit? It's not good enough. Are you with me? Yes. And empowering beliefs can be so crazy, they can be so ridiculous because they're yours. And you don't have to share them with anybody unless they've earned the right to hear them. I was in a room the other night, 400 people, all for one company. They were all account executives, meaning they all had the ability to make the same amount of money. Is that similar to what's going on in this room? Yeah. I took a chance on this lady. She had amazing posture, wonderful eye contact. She was a presence in the room. I'm starting to become very aware of how much I pound on my chest with this thing. She's just a beautiful, beautiful presence. And I said, Miss, will you please stand up and tell me what your belief is about what you do here? And she stood up and said, I believe God put me on this planet to do what I'm doing. Is this an empowering belief? Yes. I got chills when she said this. And by the way, 300 people in that room out of the 400 are probably like, oh yeah, like God put you on the planet to do this. Are you with me? This was powerful, first of all, because she knew what she believed. Nobody knows. Most people say things like, you know, I want to take care of my kids, I want to take care of my family, which is beautiful. We've been trained to say stuff like that, but that's not a belief. A belief is something inside of you where you're going to do something no matter what. That's what a belief is. She said it in a way like this, and this is why I'll remember it for the rest of my life. I don't care if you believe me or not. This is what I believe. She wasn't proving it to me. She didn't care what I thought. She believed it. Are you with me? As soon as we start trying to prove things to people and ourselves, it doesn't work. But if we connect to what we really believe, you will make more money than you've ever made in your entire life, and you will have more fun. Are you with me? Talking to the CEO after, she was the #1 salesperson in the entire company. And she doubled the production of the person behind her. In a room of 400 people, she made double the amount of money of every single person in that room. Go see Tony Robbins, meet him in person, and you'll understand why nobody on this planet compares to him, even though they're all teaching similar stuff. You can feel his belief vibrate through him. It orbits around him. He believes in what he's doing, and he doesn't need the money. He does not do it for the money. Belief is what matters in this life. Connect to it, train it, become aware of it, define it. It's a beautiful thing. Now, do you feel a certain amount of energy from me today? Yes. Do you think I wake up this way, or do you think I do something to be this way? I actually don't even sleep. I just wait for my next meeting. I just sit in my hotel room and look out the window. Imagine this, a career of being overwhelmed, stressed, worried about what people think, hoping that deals close, constantly running out of time. What is that going to do to somebody over a 5, 10-year, 15-year career? It's going to wear on. So this is what it's going to do, and this might seem a little out there, but this is true. It kills you. It may kill you physically, but this is how it kills you. It kills little pieces of you at a time. There goes that dream. There goes that vacation. There goes that emotion. Because we're training ourselves to be stressed and overwhelmed. Oh, this is how we want to feel, because this is the emotions we're activating every day. Cool, so this is how we're going to feel. Are you with me? 15 minutes before I walked into this room, and it's hot as hell in Florida, but I got outside, I jumped up and down, I pounded on my chest, I stretched out. I did breathing exercises. I practiced gratitude. I meditated. I became very clear of why I'm here today. I became very clear on why you're here today. And I already know why you're here. You're in this room the same reason I am, and the same reason your clients buy houses. It's all the same for everyone. What I didn't do was walk into this room. Are you with me? Yes. I gave myself permission for 15 minutes of my life to forget about phone calls, emails, and problems. Guess what? They'll be there later. But I was going to be the person that you deserve me to be today. And that's what success is. And by the way, I've been doing it for 2 years straight. Can you imagine training yourself every single day for 2 years to feel how you want to feel? And it doesn't work all the time, but guess what? It starts working more and more and more. And then all of a sudden you look back on your life and you don't even recognize who you used to be. Are you with me? Yeah. Emotional state. Go to a Tony Robbins event and it's anarchy. It's crazy. It's beautiful because he is going to train you. He's not going to give you a 10-step plan to be successful. Are you with me? Yes. Now, I've heard commitment a couple times today, so I just want to share a story with you because I don't usually share this story, but it just came to mind. I started working for Tony Robbins 2 years ago, and I wanted to impress him. I love the guy. You know, he's helped me tremendously in my life. And I said, Tony, I need to raise commitment level. And he smiled, and I'm like, oh, good, I impressed him. I said something good. And he said, Justin, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. He has a unique way of communicating with people because he doesn't let people tell stories about why they can't do things. Because some people are like, come on, be nice, and he's like, he loves people too much. Because we've been telling the story our whole life. And it's not even a verbal story. It's in how we walk, how we talk, how we sit, how we treat people. It's the same story every day. And that's when we get the same result. He doesn't want you to tell that story anymore if you want more. So he was confronting me. And he said, Justin, there's no such thing as a commitment level. He said, what if you were to call your girlfriend right now and be like, baby, I love you so much. I want to spend the rest of my life with you. I'm about 80% committed to this relationship. Is it going to work? Zero chance. And then we wonder why it doesn't work in real estate and work in money. We're either committed or we're what? No. We're not. And this has been millions and millions of times. We've heard this our whole life, but let me put it this way. He said, Justin, let me just tell you the most extraordinary thing about people. We either do something or we don't. He's all, it seems simple, but break down the whole world. We either do something or we don't, and every single person on this planet is capable of doing whatever they want to do. And if we do something, we have a story that we're proud of. Nobody else will be proud of it, but we had to reschedule something, we had to ask for help, we had to humble ourselves, we had to work harder than we've ever had to work, we had to find the money, we had to sacrifice. It is amazing what we're capable of. Somebody right now calls us in our family, needs something, we leave this room and we write the check. Are you with me? All of a sudden it comes down to us, let me think about it, let me check my schedule, I don't know if I have the time. We're capable of making decisions in 1 second, but we don't know how to make decisions because we've been taught that we need to refer to all the reasons in our life of why we can't make a decision now, that if by some miracle in our life these things ever line up, of course we'll make the decision. Are you with me? Yeah. We either do something or we don't. And if we don't do something, we have a perfectly acceptable story that every single person in our lives will agree with. And they'll say it is the time, it is the money. I understand. And it spreads through a market, it spreads through an office, it's interest rates. People can't qualify. It's inventory. I understand. Does that make sense? We either do something or we don't. Now, I've been with Tony Robbins exactly 2 years. I've been home 6 days in 2 years. I'm on a 3-year mission because I understand something what Tony is. He is crazy, beautiful experience. Because the only thing that has the power to break one habit or one pattern is experience. Did you learn more in real estate school or your first transaction? It's because you were emotionally involved. You could go to school for 10 years. You're not emotionally involved. And this is what people don't understand about success. They go to these little 8-hour leadership seminars, and it's beautiful, wonderful information, but it doesn't have power. Power is when we have experience. And if you go have an experience with Tony Robbins, you'll remember it for the rest of your life. Period. Because he's the best at what he does, and he's been doing it for 40 years. And if you want to know what he does, it's human potential. So I want to offer you a beautiful experience, so please write this down. November 9th through the 12th. November 9th through the 12th, so you have 3 months to get stuff in order. Maybe a little bit longer than that. It is in Palm Beach, Florida. How close are we to Palm Beach, Florida? Okay, so it is right in your backyard. We have 85 countries coming to this event because we only do 3 of these around the world every year, whether that's Australia, London, New York, Miami, LA. We come to Florida once every 2 years. Right in your backyard, this is your opportunity for the next 2 years that we'll be in Florida. It is called Unleash the Power Within. This is a 3-day event, Thursday through Sunday. It is a 50-hour training. The reason it is a 50-hour training is because 40 hours doesn't work, 30 hours doesn't work, 20 hours has 0 chance. This is the shortest seminar he does, and 50 hours is the minimum amount that it takes to have an impact on you for the rest of your life. Trust me, if he could do it in less time, he would, but it will not work. He only does things that work. It's at the Convention Center, November 9th through the 12th, Unleash the Power Within. Day 1 is called Fear into Power. You find out what you're afraid of, and you turn that into actual power. Understanding that fear is a beautiful emotion that we can actually use. We can use it to drive us forward instead of letting fear hesitate us, stop us, and move us. Let's become friendly with our emotions. Emotional state training. More importantly, you're going to get peak state training. Over 50 hours, you are going to design your life, design your career, become very clear on who you are and what you want to accomplish in this life. You're going to connect with your 6 human needs. What that means is you're going to actually understand what drives you forward. But over this 50 hours, he's going to train your peak state thousands of times. And what your peak state is, he ingrains it in your nervous system so that you walk out with it. What you focus on, how you move, and what you think about. It is so simple. If you get 50 hours of training on this, you will never be the same. What you focus on, how you move, and what you think about. You master these 3, you master any part of your life.
What was the third one? How I move and what?
And what you think about. Good. Absolutely. At the end of this night, I'm sure a couple of you have done it in here. Millions of people have done it around the world. Watch Oprah Winfrey do it. It's hilarious because she does not want to do it. Tony's screaming at her. But right now on her website, it says it's the most transformative experience that she's ever had in her entire life. You are going to walk over 15 feet of fire. It is a rite of passage. It's a beautiful experience. It's scary as hell. I've done it 9 times. That's why I'm limping a little bit right now. I'm just kidding. But it is not about walking over the fire. We could burn some shit right now and walk over it. It's simply this. It's the 2 hours leading up to the fire. Tony teaches you how to become the most powerful version of yourself that you could possibly imagine. By how you move, what you think about, what you focus on. And then right before you walk over the fire, you understand that you have a decision. It's just about moving forward. Walk around with this bullshit story that this entire planet tells themselves about time, money, energy, commitment, doubt. Walk around with that for the rest of your life and see what it costs you. It costs us emotionally, it costs us physically, and it costs us financially. And it becomes heavier every single day we walk around with that. You walk over the fire and you drop it. It's not dropped for the rest of your life. It is a continued process for the rest of your life to make a decision every day. Make excuses or make a decision to change your belief system. Are you with me?
Yes.
Day 1 is powerful. Day 2 is the psychology of success. It's simply put this. Let's just learn how to use our mind. No one teaches it. So let's just learn how to operate this thing. And the most important thing is this on this day, which I love, which changed my life significantly because I was a people pleaser. I always wanted to make people happy, and that leads to destruction of everything in your life, is the power of influence. And what's cool about this influence training is it has nothing to do with influencing other people. It's how do we influence ourselves. to communicate with ourselves in an effective, efficient way. And by the way, if we are influenced ourselves, we have to just spend no time or money or effort trying to influence other people. They're already influenced. We are drawn to people that know who they are. Power of influence is a beautiful thing on that day. Day 3 is the best day. It is the longest day. It is the funnest day. It is the craziest day. That's why I've been 9 times. Let me do a real estate example. Marty Rodriguez, #1 real estate agent in the country, her team did $4.6 billion in sales last year. She's been 33 times because she understands what this is. She understands that she has a decision to work hard, spend it with her family, which she has 51 weekends out of the year to do that. And she can go spend 1 weekend with Tony Robbins with people from all around the world, 90 countries, all improving their lives, all training themselves for success, and you walk out different. And she understands training is this: you go up, you plateau. If you do not train yourself again, you go right back down. It is a beautiful, beautiful experience. On this day, you'll find out what your 3 most limiting beliefs are. And it has nothing to do with time, and it has nothing to do with money. And you will exchange those for 3 empowering beliefs at a nervous system, psychological level, so that you walk with it, you vibrate with it. You don't affirm it, you don't tell people about them, you are it. Are you with me?
Yeah.
That is the heart and soul. Day 4 is a bonus health day. If you know anything about Tony Robbins, you will know this. He is obsessed with energy. He is obsessed with it. He has spent his whole life studying it. And on this day, he's going to teach you the 13 master principles of energy and vitality. It's not a diet. It's not a fad. It's actually how human beings are supposed to exist. He just thinks it's ridiculous that there's all these books out there on how to lose weight, and we don't even know how to exist as human beings. He teaches you how to turn your body from a sugar-burning machine into a fat-burning machine, so that you have natural, sustained, intense energy from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed. If you want to lose weight, don't try and lose weight. Feel good in the morning. Because if you feel good in the morning, guess what? You're going to lose the weight. Are you with me? If you feel good in the morning, you're going
To make more money. Are you with me? That's it. Now, this is kind of cool. Tickets went on sale 7 days ago. So the first 9 days, so let's just say till tomorrow, it lasts until Saturday, tickets are discounted. So this is the way it works. I'm only going to offer you 2 ways to go to this. If you want to go Diamond, get with me after. Those tickets range from $1,800 to $2,300. Diamond is private lounge, private area, private registration. You're wrapped around the stage. You get to take a picture on stage with Tony. You're going to meet some of the most successful people in Florida right in that section. You want to make the investment to go Diamond, you'll make your money back like that. You will make a connection there that is going to make you money. Those tickets are $500 off. So those range from $23.95 to $18.95. But the 2 best ways to go to this are this. VIP is in the front section. So if you want to look at it as VIP, executive, and general admission. I'm not offering general admission today because I'm going to upgrade everyone. VIP, the front section, those tickets are $1,700. Middle section, $1,400. But for the first 9 days, tickets are half off. Then, based on my discount, there are only 5 people in the world that do what I do. Tony gives us the absolute best prices, and that is not bullshit. Because we walk into corporations and we're facing people with the decision, and he rewards that decision. So you get a better price than everybody else on this planet. This is how it works. VIP for you is half off, then plus my discount. You're at $697.50. $697.50. If you want to go executive, which is the middle rows, with the half off, then my discount, you're at $547.50. $547.50. For $550, that literally comes to $6 an hour. You have 3 months to figure it out, but you got to make the decision today. If you want to make the decision, but you're waiting on a commission check or something like that, you can put half down and half later. So your investment today would be $275, and then that comes with a $35 charge on your second payment, and you'd have a couple months to pay the rest of it off. Are there any questions on that? Okay, I'm going to stick around for about 10 minutes. Whoever wants to go, I have enrollment forms. I'm going to walk around the room and pass them out. It is so simple, it's ridiculous. Write it down, make a decision. I need some personal information and your credit card information, and you're on your way. Very last thing, I gave everybody a referral sheet. I work 100% on referrals. I moved here last week. I am going to be here for about 2.5 months. My goal is to speak to as many people as possible. Networking groups, doctors, lawyers, real estate companies, title companies. I don't care. Anne, who takes care of my life, is the most beautiful soul on this planet. She calls them, she treats people with respect. If it is going to benefit both of us, we set up a meeting. You connect me to anybody in your life, or if you just want to connect us to you, just write your name at the top and Anne will call you and you can discuss ways that we can help each other. But if you give me any kind of referral, I'll give you a Tony Robbins CD, Hour of Power. Cool? So as I'm walking around, I will pass out enrollment forms for whoever needs one, but you guys can ask me questions also. If you know anything about me, anything about the event, I'm an open book.